Hi everyone, it's Gothic Layman here. So in the excitement of Walking Dead bringing out their first episode of their new season and Z Nation finally making a comeback, there was fearfulness of that season. They were going to discontinue the seasons and not go on. And actually, I'm a Z Nation fan more than a Walking Dead fan. Sorry, Walking Dead fans. Sorry. But I just love Z Nation. So I wanted to share my opinion on zombie movies that I love, I've enjoyed. Some I'm but these are some good ones that I've quite enjoyed. So I've got a very interesting mixed list, if that makes sense. So first one I'm going to add is Pride and Prejudice and Zombies. I loved the Pride and Prejudice movie. And then just to make it a zombie version, it's just like, hell yeah, what's this gonna do? What's this gonna look like? And then to have the girls more badass than the boys. Just tick. I quite enjoyed it. It's an unusual movie for zombie movies, but I quite liked it. I got into that storyline. So my next one on my list is 28 Days Later. And is it 28 weeks later? I think it is. I could be wrong. But I really enjoyed those movies, them two together. I liked it because they were a bit more gory zombies. And we kind of set a stage where the world is trying to get some normality into the world, but it's still very hard with the zombie virus still around. I quite liked that we focused our attention to a couple of kids, which turns out might have the vaccine to the zombie virus. So I quite liked those movies just because they're the more gory side of zombies and not lighthearted and fun. So another one I really enjoyed was Land of the Dead, 2005. This one is another one that intrigues me, like a post-apocalyptic world, zombie cage fighting. I quite enjoyed that. It's an interesting storyline. It's another one that gets added to my list. This one is a really interesting one. At first I'm like, nah, I'm not going to like this. No. Please tell me if I'm saying it wrong. Wimmerwood. So, but I could be wrong. And it was made in 2014 and it is an Aussie film. So, it gets funny. It goes to, it's that Aussie humour that I get and love. And I just found it epic. Zombie fuel. So, the fuel... The world's fuel has dried up. Fuel does not work at all. You can't start a car on fuel, but you can start a car with zombies. Zombies' breath is now fuel. So it is worth a watch. If you're able to track this movie down and watch, I would suggest watching it. It's really interesting. I quite enjoyed it. So another movie I really enjoyed was the Dawn of the Dead 2004 version. Yeah, I actually enjoyed the remaking to Dawn of the Dead. I loved their concept of them all in a mall trying to survive. Like, if you wanted to survive the zombie apocalypse, an empty mall is kind of the perfect place because it has everything you could ever ask for. Clothes, food, the works. You're pretty comfortable. You have a comfy survival life in a mall. So I quite enjoyed that movie. And then they stuffed it up because they wanted to leave. Hello, birds. They like to domestic these two. So another one I really enjoyed, this is an original classic, is Night of the Living Dead. 1968, I believe it was, which is a black and white film. I think it was one of the movies I watched when I first got a TV in my room for myself. on my own. And I used to catch glimpses of movies late at night when everyone else was asleep. I used to sneak and watch these movies. And Night of the Living Dead was one of those late night movies that was on. And I loved it. I was thrilled by this movie. And, you know, I haven't really attempted any more classics since that one, but that one was a really good one for me to start on. An interesting movie I found was Contracted in 2003. If you haven't seen it, it's basically a teenager has contracted the zombie virus and has passed it on to everyone through sex and other ways. It's a weird one for a zombie movie because it starts off very strange, and she doesn't really become a zombie in a very typical way, and I think that's why I actually enjoyed this movie, because it wasn't just like, oh bang, there's a zombie virus, the world's gonna be taken over, quarantine, the works as a typical zombie movie usually starts out. This one starts out very slow, mellow, and you're not sure how it's going because it doesn't really come out and go, oh, it's a zombie movie. So I quite enjoyed that one. Series I really liked was Resident Evils. I know that one is a mix between zombies and sci-fi and action, but it's just such an out there storyline that it has hooked me. And I can't wait for the new and final one to come out of Resident Evil, because I was wondering how long they were going to keep going with these movies. So I love the Resident Evils. You know, zombie movies, so I'm adding a fun list. It was Zombieland. I like movies with commentary type of vibe, and I like movies that have the set where don't do this, or rule number one, so I really liked Zombieland. It was quite fun. It was a fun movie to watch. Shaun of the Dead has to be on this list. A lot of people would agree with me. Shaun of the Dead is just a fun, taking the piss out of zombies. And the actors in that movie that are also in a lot of other good movies like Hot Fuzz and stuff, they're just really good together. They complement each other when they're in movies, and I find Shaun of the Dead just was epic. It was an awesome fun movie. Another fun movie was Warm Bodies. I know this one is not really a proper zombie movie. It's not like they're going and absolutely killing and gores and blood and guts, but you see a more different angle to zombies and trying to make a love story. I thought it was quite sweet and cute. It's not my favourite zombie movies. Like, I actually do enjoy the bloods and guts, sort of more darker zombie movies. But it was a fun. Another one that was really fun was Zombie Hunter. That one was fun, and the main actor in it, I love him when I see him in movies, and it's kind of got that that sort of weird stop style where they'll kill something and the fake blood splatter on the camera screen, kind of slow motion killing. Just, it's a fun movie as well. I found it is a fun one. Abraham Lincoln versus Zombies. Like, it's a bit unusual. It's not something you would expect, but I still quite enjoyed it. Abraham Lincoln, a badass. Like, why not? We'll go there. Another fun one was World War Z. Like, it was an unusual zombie movie. I will give it that. It was really strange. I guess it's trying to make a more modern take, but I didn't really like how artificial digital editing the zombies looked. They looked too computerized to me, but hey, I still enjoyed the movie. So this is for my bad zombie list. So there's two movies that I just found really, really bad, and spoof movies can kind of be fun, but also can be kind of irritating too sometimes, just depending how they do it. So, Walking Deceased. So if you haven't seen that. That is a spoof movie of Walking Dead. And I just didn't enjoy it. Like, I was watching it and then I turned it off halfway through because I didn't enjoy it, really. So that's just my opinion. Maybe you have got different opinions on that, but I didn't like it. So the last one is Zombie Strippers. This was made in 2008. I found it pretty bad. Like, strippers dancing on a pole, trying to be sexy, but they're zombies, and they're talking zombies, and they're not just absolutely killing and manning. That was just not my cup of tea. So this is my really unusual list of zombie movies that I quite enjoyed and liked. Please let me know in the comments if there is something missing from my list that could have been a part of my list. Maybe. I hope you enjoyed my video. Like, subscribe, comment down below. Thank you for watching.